Hi, welcome to the Vergas Show. I'm Sherry Hanson. Thank you for joining me today, and Merry Christmas early. And I have with me what I call the staple of Main Street of Vergas. I've got Rodney Hanson from Hanson's Plumbing and Heating, and Ron Goodman from Goodwin's grocery store across the street here, and Paul Pinke from Vergas Hardware. And I'm here in the representing part of the bank. So you stop and talk about the four corners that we've got there, and you guys have been on Main Street for a long time. Yeah, and when I stop and see what's happening in the trend of the big box stores and the big banks and that, they're marketing right now, they're marketing what we've had all along. They want to be small. They want to be customer service. They want to be friendly and cozy. Vergas has had that all along, hasn't it? Yeah, I think that's the interesting part of it. Rodney, to get this started, just tell me a little bit give me some history of Vergas Main Street and how Christmas was celebrated and started.
I guess it depends on how far you go back. If you go back to the 30s, I can remember the horses coming to town and the sleighs and the big Christmas tree up out here in the corner. And that's all changed. Of course, the town was busy. A lot of people in the store. I was down in the hardware store. And it changed, and we can't prevent it from changing. There's going to be changes all the time. So I think, like you say, we have to probably capitalize on our uniqueness. We're a small town, and we should present that to people as a place you should come, because we are different, and we can give you service in our business, that you don't get everywhere. So I guess we can't throw up our hands. We can't have the business we used to have, but we can sure do real well in our own right.
Yeah, we can capitalize on what we do have, and I do like that. And just even the uniqueness of coming to town and seeing what our beautification committee has done and decorated the streets, and the trees that the 4-H kids had put up, that just makes a big difference too. Ronnie, I want some of your thoughts. Ronnie from Goodwins. Put that closer to your mouth there so we can hear you. And
we'll do that. I'm not talking very strong.
Okay.
Oh, I can remember back, I've been here 36 years now, and we used to do a lot of stuff for Christmas, like Santa Claus Day, and doing a lot of decorating. Definitely. And all the places up and down the street, and we hauled in maybe 50 some Christmas trees we'd bring in town and set up and light up, and that's through the community club for years. And then all the stores get going too. They got drawings for prizes for the customers. They can sign up in all this town, in the stores in town, and give away presents. We do that during Thanksgiving and also for Christmas.
And we still do that. Yes.
And it's just something that is unique. You go a lot of these big stores. You can't sign your name up and get a prize.
Well, and you can't draw it out and say, if there's no phone number on it, and say, oh, I know that person, I'll just give them a call. That's the nice thing.
But we, like our store too, it's we got full service in the store where we really take care of the customers. We have our fresh meat counter, our fresh bakery every day, and fresh produce. And anybody can sell cans of pop and potato chips and stuff like that, but you've got to have a whole complete line.
Ronnie, you do some delivery too, don't you?
Yes, I do that personally.
Okay.
That's about my main job is delivery.
Delivering, and that's really a nice perk to be able to have.
Well, we do it down to assisted living a lot, to the apartments and any other people that are shut-ins. They need to get help, and we do that. So that's what the small store does.
Yes, it does. Paul, why don't you give us a few of your thoughts? I know that you're at Vergas Hardware down there, and I know you can go down there and find anything that you might want.
Yeah, I'm the young buck in this group.
Oh, wait a minute.
I've only been here 32 years. Oh. I've only been here 32 years.
Oh, okay, that part, all right.
I didn't think you'd question that one.
Yeah.
But I remember all the years back, too, that the things that we've worked together on for Christmas to decorate the town. And if you look up and down the residential streets, too, you see a lot of homes that have their Christmas lights up. Some of the things we've done in the hardware store is we've tried to build an inventory that no other hardware store has. We've got unique products that people come and say, I've looked all over for, and I didn't think you'd have it, but we'd have it. We've gotten into LED lights now for Christmas. A lot more efficient, and hopefully they last more than a year, like some of the cheaper ones. We try to specialize in customer service. We give a lot of services. We sharpen knives, scissors, chainsaw chains. The girls are good at mixing paint and matching colors. Pretty much anything. Over the years, we've just developed what fits for our market, I think. What somebody asks for, we work on and get. And hopefully that people will ask for something rather than coming in and don't find it and leave. Because that's where we shine. We develop our product line based on what people ask for. That's pretty much it, Sherry.
Okay, and I think of Paul, Christmas, because of course my dad had the hardware store,
Right.
and Christmas Eve you were open until the very last hour, and Rodney, you probably remember this too, and it was like nothing was under the Christmas tree because it was what didn't sell at Christmas until Christmas Eve. That's what you wrapped up.
What was left over we brought home.
Well, and it was wonderful, and I remember wrapping up the presents when the people would come in, and that would be a service that I would be able to.
When we first came here, that was one of the things. The last Christmas Eve day was the day that some of the husbands would come in and buy the last appliance for their wife for Christmas presents,
special
and then we'd
appliance.
wrap those.
I think that's one of the fun things. Rodney, did you have something you wanted to share on that?
No, I guess we've just about covered it all, you know.
But you do remember those people coming in at the last minute, the farmers. Well, and what was so fun about that is Santa Claus Day. That's the one thing that I remember. You would have the Santa Claus Day, and that was the day that the people would come to town then, and then they would do their shopping.
And my memory goes back to 75 years, you know. And your dad was in the hardware with me, and then he took over the hardware. So we have a connection there for all three of us.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and then I would like to just say on the banking part of it too, the bank has been here, I should know how many years, but maybe even Rodney knows and I don't, but
the bank, I think it opened up in about 1936, reopened.
Right, and we've talked before of how things have changed on that. People don't come in, in personally as much. We've gotten so electronic in that, but that's why we really like to think that here in Vergas, the customer service is something that we shine with. And I think I can say that with any one of our businesses on Main Street and around that, they know who you are, and there's something really nice about that.
And we still have Vergas bucks this year
That's
for
right.
Christmas from the community club.
Yeah, that's a really nice program, and you can still get those, and they're good through the 15th of January, and it's a 15% return on it, and so you can come in and buy them here at the Vergas State Bank, and they're through the community club. And so I'd like to close with what we've got going here, and Paul brought this picture up. This is really fun, and those of you, this takes back a few years, I remember, but we would get the huge Christmas tree. There was at a time that it was done, and it was put up right by Franklin Fence, right in the middle of Main Street. And this picture here is down by Paul's Insulation. And then I think some of you might even remember going down by Katsky's there, and they would help cut out the ice blocks, and then we'd put it around the tree, and then the lights would shine behind it, and so you'd drive into Main Street of Vergas, and it would just be like entering a Norman Rockwell scene, I think.
Really.
So we like to recreate that Norman Rockwell scene, and we really hope that you take time to come to Vergas, and because you won't be disappointed. It'll just be, it's not taking a step back in time, because we have everything that everybody else has. What it does is it just takes you and steps you back to what's important, and that's small town shopping.
Give us a chance.
Yeah.
Small town friendliness.
Yes, it is, small town friendliness. So you have a good day in Vergas, and have a very Merry Christmas.